in this day and time, King, Noble, Divine.
All right, yeah.
I want to thank you all for being here and another supreme opportunity. It's a supreme opportunity to speak. A beautiful, beloved brother came down to hear this divine message this afternoon, this evening, this night. Because we out of time. There's no time reference. So it was great inspiration because the ancients in that brother motivate him. And things are very simple. The ancient inside of him motivated the brother to come all the way out here to motivate this message to be brought forth tonight. Because we didn't even necessarily plan to putting something forth tonight into that brother call. So I want that brother to know he is that important, that significant, and that special that we was going to make sure that we speak tonight. Because if the ancestors moved him to come here, then it's obviously something here. It ain't moved him for no reason.
Go ahead, bro.
So it got to be a powerful and a divine message that he was the messenger energetically to bring forth to come over here. Because we move energy by energy. We don't move off the past. We move off of the energetic phenomenons and occurrences of each and every moment of our existence. So that's living energy. That's vitamin. The real vitamins is vital men. That's vital. That's vital to the black supremacy enlightenment. Now I want to start this one off with a very important matter. And it's black enlightenment. Because we talk about black nationhood and we talk about black community building, but a lot of energy is not given specifically to black enlightenment particularly. And I think that's very important. Simple the fact is that you cannot have a black nation without black enlightenment. There will be no black community without black enlightenment. So black enlightenment is not just a fancy slogan to go along with the other terms. It's actually the most significant aspect of what we are doing. Because the power in what we are doing. See, there's not even no power in enlightenment. Because power comes from the source. Power comes from the divine essence. Power comes from the inner being. So we will never achieve true black power, unlimited black power, until we first become enlightened beings. So the first level of black nationhood is to become an enlightened being. To become enlightened. To be willing to really come into a true knowing of self outside of the matrix, outside of the Europeans' illusions, outside of the Europeans' falsification of reality. To step outside of that and to go back to the essence of self and come forth from a whole nother dynamic aspect of your own being. That's power. The power that it's going to take to change our community. The power that it's going to take to get our house, which is the universe, back in order. It's going to have to come from a very particular place. It's going to have to come from a very unique place. It's going to have to come from a very unique space within self. But we have been distracted from that space by all the games and all of the participation that we have within the Europeans' framework of reality. We have been distracted from a very divine space within ourselves. We have been distracted by materialism. We have been distracted by greed. We have been distracted by inferiority complexes. We have been distracted by low self-esteem. We have been distracted by all of these different things from going within a center of ourselves that is power. There is a power center in the middle of all of us. The origin of this universe has been spawned out of something that is inside of us. Deep within the blackness within self is the essence of what spawned the whole universe into existence. How do we get back to that space? And how do we become, as physical beings, a true representative of that divine power source? That's what black enlightenment is about. Because when we begin to go into that space in consciousness, we begin to have supernatural powers.
Right.
We begin to have miraculous capabilities and possibilities. Because now we're going from somewhere we ain't came from before. We're going into something that we ain't went into before. We're coming from an angle that we have not come from before. So the black enlightenment is about being able to begin to slim down. Because we have become very fat with white supremacy. We have become overweight with the white man's consciousness. It has burdened us. His desires have become our desires. Master sick is we sick. His issues have become our issues. So this has taken over our consciousness and distract us from even the nature of our own existence. So now this tells us, wait a minute.